Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hard Knock Goalie Life. Today we're going to talk about how my games went on Sunday and Monday, and just certain lessons and situations. And we're going to have a little bit of fun. Well, I don't know if I'd call it fun, but I'll call it fun. I wouldn't say you guys would probably call it fun, but whatever. So, anyways, let's just get started. So this Sunday and Monday was a bit of a struggle. Wasn't necessarily I wasn't necessarily on my game, especially not on Sunday. The first game, yeah, I especially want to talk about the first game. I lost focus. I did. I didn't take it out on anybody, I kept it to myself. But as a goalie, I feel it's important to just go out there and make the saves and not necessarily worry about the play away from you. And I unfortunately did that. And I feel like I got lit up because of that. Basically, I wasn't happy with the reffing because I thought that they let the other team play a bit too aggressive, and I thought they made calls on the one guy, one of my teammates, when I thought the other guy should have went, or both should have went, or I don't know. I don't know. I thought it just thought it wasn't fair that he was the only one getting called or whatever. And unfortunately, I let it get to me. Now I didn't. Fortunately, I didn't yell at the refs. I don't want to do that. And I didn't slam my stick or throw a tantrum. So did manage to hold myself back there, but the fact that I even had the thought of it in my head that it was the case just threw me off my game and affected my performance. Now, yeah, okay, it didn't help that we went down to 2 guys and 2 girls and we were really tired, but I don't know. I'll just try to next time be more relaxed and not worry as much, be more calm. But it is what it is. I mean, the other game after that, yeah, we won. I didn't fare so well either. I don't know. Didn't seem into it, I guess. But it is what it is. I was having a good season, and that Sunday, just whatever, it was an off day. They happened though. We at least won one of the games, so I guess I'll just be happy about that and just try to rebound next Sunday. Now on Monday, at times it seemed like more of the same, but you know what? No. Let's just go back to Sunday. Sorry. A lot of the goals on Sunday were either power play goals or breakaways, odd man rushes, a few screenshots here and there. So I really shouldn't kick myself too hard for that, considering my team was allowing all that. So it is what it is. Alright, now back to Monday. It seemed like my struggles were going to continue, but sometimes you calm down when you cool down and make the saves when your team grabs momentum back, especially after a bad first period. And that was definitely the case in both games. I was once again dealing with pretty much like screenshots and turnovers and just guys being left open. I don't know. As much as I shouldn't be kicking myself too hard, it always feels good to come up big and bail out your teammates, which I unfortunately did not do that. But hey, my teammates bailed me out that game, where there's been games where I bailed them out, so it's all good. Just rebound next Sunday and next Monday. That's pretty much the best way to forget about a bad day like that. Yep. Now I felt like I did better in the second game than I did the first. Again, a bit of a shaky first period, but at the same time too, it was 2 goals off of the power play in the first period. So as much as I would love to be the best penalty killer on the team, it's not always the case. Whatever, just all in all, just try to be better next time. That's all it is. It's not a big deal. We managed to come back in the second period, and I started to play better. There was a couple of saves that I liked. There was one where I anticipated a pass across, and then I slid across and made a pad save there. There was also one where I was hugging my post, and then they passed it in front, and then I kind of moved off my post to challenge the shooter. Kind of went down early, but I knew where he was shooting, and I made the blocking butterfly save. So I was happy about that. And it was about time, when overtime happened, it was about time that I did that. There was a few goals on me where I did the Marty Brodeur and had the one leg up. You know, you go down on one knee, but you put your one leg up to try to kick the ball away. But the problem with that is, if they shoot 5-hole, you better hope your paddle's there. If your paddle's not there, it's going to go through the 5-hole. So, 2 goals. There was 2 goals. There was 1 goal on Sunday where that happened, and sure enough, there was a 1 goal on Monday where that happened as well. So in overtime, the guy that scored 5-0 on me shot for the same spot, but I went down in the full butterfly and absorbed the shot in my pads and made the save. So I'm happy about that, and I was happy to respond after a couple of bad first periods. So, yep. I only have 1 game on Sunday and 1 game on Monday coming up. So hopefully they go better. Yep. Alright, so let's have this little just for fun segment, okay? Or at least I find it fun. Now, this is what I like to call the evolution of my goaltending, my pads or whatever. So these are street hockey pads for when I only played like street hockey or like just for fun hockey at a gym called the Sportex in the University of St. Boniface. Those were the pads that I had. I've used them at the Duncan Sportsplex as well when I would once in a while play goal. Those I got those at Canadian Tire for like $70 some. I think it was like $79 or something like that plus tax. So then we go on to these pads. No, wait, let's go back to those. You know, these are just, you know, your simple street hockey pads, you know. And there's a bit of a leg channel in here, but, you know, it's 3 straps and you're in. Those are the only pads that they'll allow in the Winnipeg Rec League. And I've used those a few times, but those are 31s. And when I do use them in the Winnipeg Rec League, I have to use my player shin pads, which are over here, because I recently tried to use those. The first time I tried using those in Winnipeg Rec League, which haven't used those in a long time, I was going down on the butterfly and my knees would like hit the floor, and it would kind of make them discomfortable, kind of hurt. So a teammate of mine let me use her knee pads that she used for dodgeball, and ever since that day, I've used those pads a couple more times, and I've used my shin guards just to absorb any landings on the knees. If I were to be a full-time goalie in the Winnipeg Rec League, I'd try to find bigger street hockey pads, because these are 31s and they're just not big enough for me. I like to have the bigger equipment when I play. That's just how it is. It just suits my style better. But whatever. So it was maybe about in 2007 then, where I got these pads here. I've used those for many years. Hold on, let's get these out of the way. These are more stiffer and more meant for butterfly, obviously, because, like, you know, there's no knee rolls there, blah blah blah, and there's not you look on the other side, there's not a deep leg channel, whatnot. I used those for the longest time, and it served its purpose. There were 34s, and you know, they were good to have for what I was doing back then. But as I was having as I was being more and more serious about my goaltending and questioning a few things and noticing a few things, I figured it was time to go away from these pads and whatnot. I paid, I'd have to say that I think I paid like $300 for those. I think it was something like that. I wouldn't mind giving those away to either Duncan or if anyone wants them. And that's that. And then, wow, do we need to go over these again? About, you know, the knee rolls and the deeper leg channel and whatnot. Nah, we probably don't. No. So that's basically my evolution of goal equipment, goal pads, should I say. I had a set of street hockey pads before these ones, but they unfortunately, well, I had 2 other sets actually. The first set before those, I kind of lost them. I don't care though. The second one, unfortunately, they were like 27s and they got stolen when we first moved here in 2006, but oh well. And of course, boom, boom, boom. So, yep. For a glove and trapper, I used to have this old Coho Revolution black trapper and a Canadian Tire CCM blue and white blocker, which served its purpose. I can't remember what they costed. This is what I have now. It's a set of iTechs. I got those quite a long time ago. They're probably as old as the pads that I got, if not just a bit after those, but anyways. They obviously look very worn out, and you know, like, I don't necessarily care about how it is with my blocker, but my glove, like, this thing is very much a beast. But I've been tempted to buy a new set, a blocker trapper, just because I feel like a few times it's happened where the ball's gone in and out of my glove. I don't know if it's because I'm not closing it too quickly or if whatnot, but I've also taken a look at some of the gloves that they have in store and seem to have liked how the pocket is shaped. So, I don't know. I'm thinking of getting a new set. That's all it is. I'll eventually be taking a YouTube video, looking at YouTube videos to see how goalies break gloves and blocker in or whatever. Okay. So anyways, that's all for me. That's it for another episode, and until then, just take care.